Massage and acupressure to treat vaginal varicose veins. Hi. Vaginal varicose veins are dilation and swelling of the veins in the pelvic area, and especially in the woman's vaginal area, and often occur since pregnancy. Hormonal fluctuations lead to physiological changes that accompany pregnancy, such as the uterus expanding, pressure on blood vessels in the pelvic area increasing, etc., contributing to promoting these conditions. Vaginal varicose veins, with the veins becoming purple and swollen but the vessel walls are weak, and of course the function of carrying blood back to the heart is not working effectively. Women with vaginal varicose veins often feel tightness or discomfort in the pelvic area, especially when standing or sitting for long periods of time. Some women may also experience pain or soreness in the vaginal area. Although this condition is not medically serious, its symptoms can significantly impact a woman's daily life, causing physical discomfort, affecting their overall health, and seriously affecting their married life. The massage and acupressure exercises that I give you today will help you relieve the discomfort caused by varicose veins. Combined well with proper postpartum recovery measures, you will quickly recover your overall health, as well as reduce and completely cure these very uncomfortable varicose veins. If this is also your case, I invite you to practice with me. To be able to practice this acupressure exercise well, you need to clearly understand the location and how to take the following important acupressure points. The Bai Hui Acupoint, the Hui Yin Acupoint, and the Shua Hai Acupoint. The most suitable acupressure position for this exercise is sitting on a sturdy chair so you can easily lean back like this. And now, first of all, we will practice pressing the Bai Hui Acupoint. Each of us has one unique Bai Hui Acupoint located at the top of our head. This is my Bai Hui Acupoint. The Bai Hui Acupoint is the 20th acupoint, located on the governing vessel. You can review the location and how to get the Bai Hui Acupoint in detail in video DU20. Here, to get the Bai Hui Acupoint, you take the intersection point between the vertical line running through the top of the head with the vertical line from the back edge of the ear up. Here, this is that intersection, and is also the location of the Bai Hui Acupoint. There are many ways to press the Bai Hui Acupoint, but I recommend a very effective and convenient way to press it. That is to use the second metacarpophalangeal joint, which is the joint between the metacarpal bone and the index finger like this. Then you place the joint on the Bai Hui Acupoint position, with your hand clenched and facing up. The other hand holds onto this hand like this. The arms are relaxed, the shoulders are relaxed. The effort here is just enough to maintain the posture of the head and neck. Along with, this joint must always be in the correct position, the Bai Hui Acupoint. The time to stimulate the Bai Hui Acupoint in this way can last from 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the level of pressure on the acupoint. Here, to save time and enough for the sharing process, I will practice each of these tips with you for about 30 seconds. With this method, you only need to maintain that position, and the compression force from the gravity of both arms on the Bai Hui Acupoint is enough to stimulate the acupoint. You do not need to press harder. Next, press the heel of one hand firmly against the Baihui acupoint and gently press rotate, with the other hand supporting like this. Press rotating gently and slowly. Please note that pressing rotating is gentle and quiet, not rubbing the hair quickly, noisily, and crunching on the top of the head like this. The time for gently pressing rotating acupuncture points is equivalent to the time for acupressure just now. Now, we will move on to the next acupressure point, the Huiyin acupoint. You can look at the graphic on the screen and visualize the location of your Huiyin acupoint. You can also review the location and how to get the Huiyin acupoint in video CV1. The Huiyin acupoint is the first acupoint located on the conception vessel, located on the midline of the perineum, between the anus and the posterior labial commissure in females. How to press the Huiyin acupoint. You can use the tip of the middle finger or the tip of the index finger to press on the Huiyin acupoint by tightly closing the fingers together into a cluster, cupping, and supporting one tip of the index or middle finger, impacting directly into the Huiyin acupoint. In fact, you can use the chair surface for support. Here, I will use the tip of this middle finger to stimulate my Huiyin acupoint, and the fingers come together like this. Place the back of your hand on the chair, and gently sit on top of your middle finger, so that the Huiyin acupoint is right on top of your middle finger. Now your task is to skillfully keep the tip of your middle finger always in contact with the Huiyin acupoint. On the contrary, you also adjust it so that you have a force on the acupuncture point that you find appropriate, not too strong, causing pain and discomfort, and not too light, superficial. The time to press the Huiyin acupoint like this can also last a few minutes. Here I also practice this tip with you for 30 seconds. Now, you can use many different ways to press rotate on the Huiyin acupoint, of which the best way is to use your fingertips to quickly press rotate the acupoint like this. In addition, you can also use a small rolled towel placed between the buttocks and directly impact the Huiyin acupoint. Or, you can also use the edge of the hand like this by sitting on it on the chair, so that the edge of the hand always impacts directly on the Huiyin acupoint. Now, after pressing and rotating two acupoints, the Baihui acupoint and the Huiyin acupoint, we will now continue to press the third acupoint, which is the Shuahai acupoint. The Shuahai acupoint is the 10th acupoint located on the spleen meridian. You can also review the Shuahai acupoint in video SP10. Each of us has two Shuahai acupoints, located symmetrically on the inside of our thighs like this. This is the Shuahai acupoint on my right leg. It's 2 cun from the middle of the upper edge of the kneecap, and then also 2 cun from there on the inside of the thigh. Here, this is the Shuahai acupoint on my right leg. The Shuahai acupoint on the left leg is also determined in the same way. Although, you can also stimulate two Shuahai acupoints at the same time. In this case, it is best to stimulate each acupoint for a deeper and more effective impact. We will stimulate the Shuahai acupoint on each leg. Here I practice on the right leg first. To press on the Shuahai acupoint, you can use the tip of your thumb for the easiest and most powerful pressure. Furthermore, you can also use your other hand to support. Pressing on the tip of your thumb increases the pressure on the acupoint while reducing finger fatigue. Please practice with me. The time we press the acupoints together is about 30 seconds. When pressing acupoints, as I said in the previous video, you should practice focusing your thoughts on the process of impacting the acupoints. Along with the sensations of pain or stimulation, bring your thoughts in and follow the spread of those effects in width, depth, and length. Now, use the same thumb to rotate actively on the Shuahai acupoint like this. The pressing rotating time is equivalent to the time of pressing the acupoint. Finally, you will practice pressing the Shuahai acupoint on the other leg, using the same pressing rotating, and timing techniques. After finishing pressing rotating the Shuahai acupoint on the other leg, you can repeat a new cycle. Starting again with pressing rotating the Baihui acupoint, then the Huiyin acupoint, and then comes the Shuahai acupoint on each leg. You can repeat this cycle of pressing rotating acupoints about 3 to 5 times. You can press those acupoints anytime you are free, but the best time to press acupoints like this is in the morning when you wake up and at night before going to bed. Wish you health. Thank you. Goodbye and see you again.